Okay. Can we do it one more time just to make sure? And I want to also just to see.
You want to take it a little earlier?
Yeah, I know.
What I first connected with was the drums. That's what spoke to me. The drums are the heartbeat.
Retumba actually was put together for Women's Day, like 27 years ago, I think it is now.
Yvette and I were really the two folks that were interested in committing our lives to this. We made a decision that this is what we wanted to do.
What does it feel like working in an all-women's performance ensemble?
Do they ever ask guys, what does it feel like to work in an all-male ensemble?
We'd be up all night. That's all we would talk about. We would come up with, we'd start out with one rhythm, and we'd build on that, and we'd come up with an idea, and then this one would have an idea, and then that one would have an idea. I mean, of course, over a bottle of wine. Nancy's my partner in crime.
When I was young, I saw Olatunji performing with the master drums and all the drums from Nigeria, and it was a thrilling experience. My father told me later on that when he took me to see Olatunji, and he said when he saw my eyes light up, he knew that was in my future. I grew up in Spanish Harlem. So part of the music that I heard around me was Latin percussion.
Hunter was starting a bomba and plena group, and they asked if people were interested in joining, and I said I loved it. I said it's my, at that time bomba and plena was one thing for me. You know, it was I knew it was my cultural background, but I was seeking more for that, which is something I found interesting in here when, you know, it wasn't something that was encouraged. We were supposed to assimilate and leave all that behind. But I felt I wanted to know more about what bomba and plena is. And then somebody in my family asked me, ¿Por qué tú quieres bailar los bailes los negros? And I was like, do you see what our hair looks like? I mean, do you see our color, my lips? I mean, el baile los negros, that's, and of course, that even spurred me on. One of my biggest influences was my mother. And she would talk to us about stories of her childhood and just how proud she was about the music. To me, it's paying honor to our ancestors who left wonderful music and dance to share and to learn about. One of the reasons we created One World Arts, which is our nonprofit organization, is to be able to produce and perform and bring great presentations that not only entertain but also educate and also bring different things to light that people may not realize.
Folklore is something that's always moving. It's not something that's dead, that's like, okay, this is what our ancestors did back then a long time ago and we just kind of study it under a microscope. It's something that people do today. We're doing music of Caribbean people. We're actually just keeping alive who we are through our music and dance.
Today, rumba is infused in so many styles, but also it's still broken down into 3 elemental styles. Traditionally, we have the yambu, we have guaguancó, and we have columbia.
One of our models is we're one world, one human race, and through music, through dance, this is a way of bringing the world together. When we share our music, share our dance, it's a wonderful way to bring everyone together.
The combination of the dancing and the music is so important because people really relate to the fact that they can see something moving.
For me, it makes total sense to be a musician and to also be a dancer.
My bread and butter is weddings and bar mitzvahs and corporate gigs and touring and that kind of thing. But my heart is with Retumba.